How many girls do you think they have in there?
Girls? Well, I don't know. I just saw Jane, sweetheart.
Jane, how many girls were there? Jane?
Darling.
Jane?
Oh, well, good luck there, then. Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not sure that your presence here is doing any good.
I'm doing my job, Mr. Harper. I know this may be difficult, but we really do need your full cooperation. Did you get Jane a follow-up medical examination like we asked?
Well, no, we don't need to. My wife's a doctor, you know that.
And where is she?
Well, she's upstairs having a rest. No harm in that, is there?
Mr. Harper, I think you need to ask yourself some honest questions about what really happened to her. She's hardly your little girl anymore, is she?
And how is the patient today?
Yeah, much better. Can I see them?
See them? You're too late, I'm afraid. Lucy's taking her piano exam and Ben is fast asleep.
Lucy doesn't play piano.
Doesn't that just show how long you've been away? She's been playing for months. Apparently, she's a natural. And Ben has to rest up after all the talking he's been doing.
Talking?
All he says is, Aunt Rachel, Aunt Rachel. They grow up so fast. Blink and you miss things. Walk off into the sunset. And things change before you know it.
I thought you said he was a desperate case. You hardly need me.
Nonsense. Samuel, this is Jessica, your nurse. She's going to give you the round-the-clock attention that you need.
We'll have you running around in no time.
But until then, lie back.
Tom, can we please just talk this through?
Well, what's changed, huh? Yesterday you were quite happy for me to do all the talking, weren't you? Defending you to Roxanne while the whole time you were... Oh, Dennis, of all people.
I didn't choose him, Tom. It just happened.
Just like my dad just happened to get packed off to Spain, you mean?
It's not like that. Things haven't been right between your dad and I for a long time. Look, Tom, I know it's hard to get your head around all of this, but your dad and I, we're different. We're not the same as we were before.
But Dennis!
Tom, you know, sometimes the world seems to be saying that something isn't right. But if you know inside that it is, shouldn't you stand up and fight for it? Look, I don't want to spend the rest of my life being normal if being normal means being unhappy. I know this might seem crazy, but I thought you, of all people, might understand.
You held Dennis when he was a baby, Mum. Does that seem right to you?
Duncan, have it gone?
I think the police have just about finished with us now, love, so you pop back upstairs, get some rest, get your energy back from when Jane's feeling back to normal, okay? And you will be feeling back to normal, my darling, very soon. She's not ready to be seen yet. She's just not ready.
Let's send them away, Duncan.
I will,
Come on.
I will.
Up you go now. Good girl. Let's take you upstairs. Lovely room.
Oh, hello, Duncan. Actually, it's Nat come to see.
I'm afraid you've just missed her. Can't it wait?
Yeah, I suppose it can. Anyway, I've got to get to work.
To work?
Yeah, back at the hairdressers. You know, fresh start, new me.
Hairdressers. Hairdressers.
Virgin enthusiast for the non-sexualisation of masterpieces. There. We say what we mean and we mean what we say.
That's really clever, that is.
Well, you have to be clever to non-sexualise masterpieces in the first place, which would count you out.
Tom, what do you think you're doing?
So, Frankie, what's your project for today?
I'm taking the Rochester out of Jane Eyre.
You're what?
Jane Eyre gave into passion when she went with Rochester, when really she should have been devoting the rest of her life to St. John. It's a very simple procedure, but I wouldn't expect you to understand that. You're disgusting.
Sorry, what?
What?
Your liner.
What do you mean I can't see them? They're my kith and kin.
been to Snoop, but there are no toys anywhere. Ben and Lucy don't live here, do they?
No, full marks per observation, Jessica. Your talents are obviously wasted in nursing. Have you tried Scotland Yard?
You can't get Sam's hopes up like that. He loves those children. He talks about nothing else. And you can't keep on hiding it. He's going to get better, Miss Culgrin. He's nearly better already. In fact, you're not even going to need me much longer.
On the contrary, Jessica. I think I now need you more than ever.
Well, it takes more than a name to change. So you better start changing properly, or you'll drive us all away.
Alex doesn't want me. It was always you. And you have to remember that.
Glad I've gone for someone with so much in common with you. I mean, blonde, funny, loving.
Oh, I didn't mean to scare you. Look, I know what you must think. But I'm not using Dennis. I care about him, and I haven't done any of this to hurt you.
Well, I suppose I was being a bit overprotective, wasn't I?
Yeah, of course you were.
Friends? Why don't I treat you to a freestyle, eh? Lovely. What's the water temperature?
Fine. Oh, I'm so relieved that you're okay about Dennis and me.
Hey now.
Fine.
How about now? Sorry, darling, I just must be accident prone today. Look, just don't have to pay me, all right? Oh, just one last thing and I'll be out of your hair. I'm not stupid. That's why I'm back here. But they think I am just because I look like this.
But you look nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with how you look.
I don't really mean that. I mean, you're one of them.
No, I'm not. Because I know what it's like when people don't take you seriously because of how you seem. People think I'm a freak. That's why I'm thinking of having surgery.
What do you mean?
Having cosmetic surgery. That's how much I fit into Venom.
But that's wrong, Tom. You should be happy with the way that you are. That's what being free is about, isn't it? Making the right choices. But the ones that you decide are right. Not the ones that are put on you.
You're right. Who needs them?
Who needs them?
No abrupt movements.
Have you brought Lucy?
She's downstairs playing the piano. Can't you hear her tinkling the ivories?
Yeah, she's very good.
Like I said, she is a natural. Samuel, what are you doing?
I'm going downstairs to see her.
You most certainly are not. You're highly contagious. You're in home quarantine. No Ben and Lucy until you're fully recovered.
I don't believe you.
You need rest, or your body will deteriorate more quickly.
What do you mean?
Oh dear, Jessica, I think he's seen through our ploy. I didn't want to tell you, Samuel. I wanted to spare you the pain, but I can see there's no other way now. You can't see Ben and Lucy. Oh, I'm afraid you are very ill. And we don't know if you're going to recover. And after everything that the children have been through, I can't let them see you like this. It would break their hearts.
Well, bad news, I'm afraid. Looks like my career in hairdressing's been cut short, huh? Well, that's what you wanted, isn't it? Guess what? You were right. It's for the best, isn't it? See, I've changed. It's a brand new me.
Everything will be fine, Jane. I promise you. Just fine. Your mother's upstairs. And she is going to have such a wonderful surprise. Because everything is going to get back to the way that it was. I'm going to get my job back. We're going to have plenty of money again. And then we're going to go off to Disneyland. Disneyland. Just as I always promised we would. got our life back now. No more ghastly little world ever.
And I'm just part of the clean-up operation, eh?
Well, Natalie and I are together. Our son is coming back from America. Our gorgeous daughter is here again. Things are getting back to normal.
Oh, really? You call that getting back to normal? Stick a wig on her head and suddenly everything's fine?
Woody, now you're scaring her.
I'm scaring her? What's the matter with you? You've got to get a grip on your life. She was a geisha girl. Yes, exactly. Should have told you sooner than that. I do apologise. She entertained men. She was a brass.
No, Woody, you've got it all wrong. Tell him, Duncan.
I haven't got it all wrong, have I, Duncan? She was a geisha girl, and no wig in the world is going to change that.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, I look in the mirror and just like going back in time, I remember you and us.
Nothing. I was just thinking it's a pity the rest of you didn't go through that transformation.
Oh, cheers.
Now, maybe I could persuade you we're exactly the same.
Yeah, maybe you don't have to.
You can't hide it from me, Miss Culgren. You've had more doctors here than the Harpers. Sam's back, isn't he?
Not so fast, young lady.
I knew it. Now let me pass.
I'm afraid not. Sam is too fragile to receive visitors at the moment. Any excitement might kill him.
Kill him?
And we wouldn't want that. Now, if you could lead me to my nephew, my sorrow, and my Chopin.
I thought that was Lucy.
Lucy?
Time's up, Missy.
Sam doesn't know you've lost them, does he?
Strange, isn't it? They mate, and then straight away they die. Almost like a punishment.
What happened to your head?
Nice to see you care. Thought I'd lost you after this morning.
I think I understand what you meant now. Never understand why, but you're right about one thing.
What's that?
We should be able to make our own decisions. I mean, other people may not like it, but we can't let them rule our lives, can we? Choice is about being free.
Tom Brake, you never stop surprising me. Tom, what are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago.
Tom! You tried to hide the truth beneath a stupid wig. You see, this isn't Jane. And no amount of wigs or makeup or clothes is going to mask this pretense.
But it doesn't have to be a pretense. It can be real again. If you just give me a moment, I can go and get someone to do it right now.
Yeah, go and shout it to the whole street, why don't you? Yes, the good news, our daughter's back, and by the way, you'll never guess what she's been doing. Duncan, you breathe a word of this to anybody. I do not want a soul to know that our daughter is a...
No, Natalie, please. Just don't say it. I'll make it better, I promise. And it isn't everyone. It is one person.
Start putting on a mask. You haven't changed. This brown-haired person isn't you.
Actually, it is.
You're not fooling anyone, Henry. This is to do with Steph, isn't it? You know, you've got to stop comparing yourself to her, because you never win.
Actually, it's not about Steph. It's not even about Alex. It's all about me.
But why did you do it?
What, don't you like it?
I don't mean you.
Oh, and whose hair would we be talking about then?
You know who I mean.
Who?
Never mind.
You know, it's just having a bit of trouble getting used to the new me, but it's gonna have to, because I'm here to stay.
Give me that, or I'll...
You what?
But that is tantamount to blackmail.
Got it in one. Where are Lucy and Ben, Miss Culgren? Oh, that's right. You don't know. And neither does Sam.
All right, what do you want?
just a little bit of help with a small favour. Thomas Brake.
Thomas Brake? And what crime has he committed?
Indecent exposure. Oh, it did make my stomach turn.
What on earth do you think you're doing?
You understand, Duncan, when you're feeling down, you just need to pep yourself up, don't you?
Well, quite. But we do still need your hairdressing skills, just not actually for Natalie.
Duncan. Oh, sweetheart. I've been longing to get my hands on this for years.
No,
honestly.
Roxanne, it's not for me. It's well, I think you better see for yourself.
No. Duncan, please. Now, what?
Natalie, I think this is time now.
You know what this means, Thomas. And may I say, I never, in my darkest nightmares, thought I would be doing this to you now.
On the count of indecent exposure, guilty.
Indecent exposure? Come on, I had my flies undone. It was an accident, you know
It was an incident, Tom. You've just reeled out the same excuses of many a weak man. Vandalising property, releasing insects, perverting authority.
Vandalising property when you're the one ripping pages out of books.
Is this true? Oh, you Philistine.
They were perverted, as is he, and I say that he goes. Don't you agree with me, Miss Colquhoun?
And Frankie, what do you think? You think I should go? Then I will.
Alex, you know I love you. No, I don't want to lose you. Not to Steph. Not to anyone, all right?
What's brought this on?
Well, you said I couldn't change, didn't you? I have. I can't believe I doubted you, just even for a second, you know. About Jane. I thought of you in prison, it just... I just can't bear it, actually. Look, I know I've asked you this a million times, but... Will you marry me?
Get married?
Yeah.
It's all your fault. You couldn't bring those children up on your own to embroil me in it.
So full of confidence.
So very much the modern. Wanted to do all yourself, didn't you? Wouldn't let anyone else in, because that's your family circle. Are you incapable of taking responsibility for anything? When the going gets tough, just give up. Wash your hands of the hard times. And just be there when the happiness blows in. You brought upon yourself your own destruction, delusion, cowardice, deceit. You alone are to blame.
Natalie? Oh, no. Natalie. Natalie.
Oh, Duncan, don't let anyone see her, please. Just don't let them see her. No.
I won't, I promise. We won't let anyone see her till she's our Jane again. I promise you that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.